Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be creating an early 2000s nail set. Super easy, super beginner friendly. With that being said, let's get right into this video. Starting off, I have my nail stand prepped and ready to go. They have sticky tabs on them because we're going to be doing some press-on nails. So I'm using my double XL square nail tips from Nails by Deb Shop. These are my favorite nail tips to use, especially when I'm doing character nail art or just any intricate designs. However, I'm not going to be doing anything really intricate today. I just really wanted to use these because I love the shape. First things first, when it comes to sizing your nails out, you want to make sure that they fit sidewall to sidewall. So that means if they're going over your sidewalls, then that means it's too big and that you need to size down. And if it's too tight and just hurts your fingers, or you have to really force the nail onto your nail, then that means it's too small and you need to size up. I feel like that's a really common mistake that people can make as a beginner. I know that I did and I still do sometimes, but really try to be mindful of how the nails are going to be fitting you because, of course, you want them to fit really well, right? You want them to look like they're real nails in a sense. So, yeah, definitely try to be mindful of that. I've worked with these nail tips before, so I kind of had an idea of how I want these to fit and what sizes I need, but I do still just measure them just in case. I feel like with the temperature of my hands and just my body overall, I feel like sometimes the nail size changes, so I just try to measure every time. If you're just starting out, you don't have to go through an official nail supply website. You can simply just get some nail tips on Amazon. That's exactly how I started. So I did have these picked out, but I did want to go ahead and cut them down a little bit. So that's exactly what I'm going to do now. As you can see, I'm taking my nail tip cutter and just trimming them down. I use magnets to size out my nails. This usually helps make sure that all the nails are even. The cut doesn't have to be perfect because I am going to file these at the end of everything. I'm using Born Pretty's Milky Jelly 05 as the base on a few of my nails. So I'm going to paint 2 layers of this on the thumb, the index, and the pinky finger. I love using Born Pretty's jelly polishes. They have such pretty colors, and this is my favorite one to use if I'm needing like a nude base color. Then this is the one that I usually go with. I do 2 coats of this because I feel like it looks more natural. After I've applied my first layer, I do cure it in my lamp for 45 seconds, and then I move on and begin my next layer, and again just cure it for 45 seconds. So as I mentioned before, I love Born Pretty's jelly polishes and all of the other products that they have. I also really love Nail Reserve LA. You'll see me work a lot with them on my channel, and I also love Nails by Deb Shop. As you can see, I have her nail tips. I also purchased her detailer brush, which works wonders, especially if you're doing character nail art. I love that brush, and even if you're not doing character nail art, it makes nail art so much easier. Another brand that I love is Nailed by Naya. I only have purchased her top coat, but once I purchased her top coat, I pretty much never went back to another top coat just because I love it so much. Another brand that I enjoy working with is Beetles. That's honestly the brand that I started with first, and I can say it's a really beginner friendly brand if you're just not sure where to start, and it's super affordable for the most part. One brand that I still haven't tried that I really want to try is Gaoi. I think that's how you spell it. I'll put it up on the screen here. But I really want to try that brand. I know they have some really pretty sheer colors that look like they work well. So if you've tried Gaoi before, let me know below in the comments. I would love to know if it's even worth trying. On the last 2 nails, I'm going to be using Nail Reserve LA's Hypnotica Gel Polish as my base. So if you didn't know much about Nail Reserve LA, I'm here to tell you just a few things about their gel polishes if you're looking into their company. So first things first, I always mention this, but their gel polish smells good, and I know it's probably not safe to smell it, but of course you're going to get a whiff of it, and it smells like bubblegum to me, which is honestly a pleasant smell. So that's good news, but Another thing about their gel polish is that it really only takes one coat to get good coverage, which is really, really good, especially if you really want a solid base, not like a jelly base, but like a solid base. And this works really, really well. And if you really care about your health, another thing about these products is that they are animal cruelty free, totally vegan, so super safe for you to use. I'm using this white from Model 1s to create my French tip. I'm going to be doing straight French tips instead of the usual curved French tips. So you'll see that I'm just drawing a straight line across, and then I'm just going to fill in the rest with the brush from the bottle. My Amazon affiliate link for this polish will be in the description box. When working with gel polish specifically, it can be tricky to make sure that you have even coats. And so one way to ensure that your coats are even is just to apply a small amount at a time. So not completely drenching your brush in gel polish, and wiping it off as much as you can would help with getting that even coat coverage. So like so, I don't have too much gel polish on my brush. As you can see, it's kind of faint, a little hard to paint on, but I do this because I don't want my nails to be bulky. If you have too much gel polish, then it's just going to be an overall bulky nail, and we don't want that. So try to make sure that you clean off your brush before you start to apply your gel polish. Now I'm drenching my cleanup brush in some rubbing alcohol, and I'm just going to clean up that French tip I just made. Now I'm on my second coat of gel polish. I'm going to try to get as close to the line of my French tip as I can. This is just going to ensure that this white looks more pure and you cannot see through it. Just a helpful tip: if you find that your gel polish does not cure all the way, it could be a few things. First, it could be the quality of your lamp. So I've gone through a few nail lamps, several actually, in my nail life, and the ones that I have now are Model 1s. I have one from Nail Reserve LA, and then I also have a Beatles nail lamp, and so far they all have been lasting for a very long time. The one that I have from Beatles has actually lasted me, I want to say, at least 2 years now, so it's still going strong. The ones from Nail Reserve LA and Model 1s, those are my smaller nail lamps, so I just have them on my nail table. But those have lasted me quite a bit too. I actually got them last year, I want to say maybe 4 to 5 months ago, so they're still working pretty well. Another reason your gel polish may not be curing is simply because the life of your nail lamp is coming to an end. So it could just be that you need to get a new lamp. And another reason your gel polish may not be curing thoroughly is just because the amount of time that you take to cure it. So, rule of thumb, most nail lamps require your gel polish to be cured for at least 30 seconds. The nail lamp that I have goes up to 45 seconds, which I feel is actually probably more trusting than 30 seconds. So, I would just be mindful with how long you're curing your gel polish. And speaking of nail lamps, just for safety reasons, I like to mention the importance of wearing sunscreen before doing your nails or working with the UV lamp if you're not using gloves to protect your skin from the harsh light. I know that there's been conversation about how UV lamps can cause cancer, but overall, it's just not good for your skin. So definitely make sure that you put some sunscreen on before getting started. I remember when I got my first gel polish kit from my parents on my birthday, and the really big thing that the box had said was not to do your nails or do gel nails so often. And so I was just trying to be really, really mindful of not doing my nails as often because I knew how harmful the light was. So that was definitely something that stuck with me through all these years. I know I do nails now, but I do try to take extra precautions as I'm doing these videos. So now it's time to get into this easy line nail art. I'm literally just going to be painting on lines randomly, kind of like if you've seen old school Y2K nails. They just have regular line art. So I'm just taking some black gel polish and placing my lines as I see fit. You can cure in between if you would like, just to make sure that you don't mess up your lines. However, if you're confident enough, then just go ahead and do all of your lines and then cure it. I plan to outline the lines I just made with this Hypnotica color. So I'm just doing that to really make the color stand out and so that I can use it across each nail. If you're looking for a good nail art brush, the one that I'm using is Beetles, and it actually came from Amazon. I got it from Amazon a while ago. Like, I've had this since I've started my channel, but this is a really good brush to use. It comes with different sizes, so this is the longest length that's available in the box, but there are like 4 other sizes. But I definitely recommend using this one if you're looking for a good nail art brush. I'll make sure to leave an Amazon affiliate link down below so that you can get yours if you're looking for a good brush. One question that I get a lot from people who watch my videos or people that know me in real life is, why do I only do one hand? And so I'm going to try to answer that as simply as I can, but also really try to explain why I only do one hand. So, mostly the reason that I do one hand is to preserve products. And I feel like part of that goes into the fact that I just don't wear these nails typically in my day to day life. So, for content purposes, I do one hand. I don't wear nails in real life like this because, for one, the job that I do would not be feasible if I wore nails. I'm typing all day, so it definitely wouldn't work if I wore these long nails. And then not only that, but for the sake of time, and being able to get videos out in a timely manner, I would not be able to do both hands. Like, it would just take up way too much time, especially for something that I'm only doing for content. I don't plan to sell these, at least not right now. So it just doesn't make sense for me to double up and try to do both hands, knowing that, well, once I'm done with the video, I'm not going to be using them anyway. I just put them in like a little nail box that I have or a nail dish, and I just move on to the next video. So overall, that's why I only do one hand. So hopefully that answers the question. But in the future, I might just do both hands. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Now I'm just placing this shimmery liner paint gel from Born Pretty on the inside of that design I just made. You can find this on the Born Pretty website as well. I'll be sure to link it down below. To give this design a little more of an early 2000s feel, I'm taking my dotting tool and just placing a few dots near the lines that I've already made. I am so late to mention this, but this black I'm using is from Beetles as well, so I'll be sure to put my Amazon affiliate link down below. I'm honestly running out of this gel polish, but it has lasted me a very long time. I'm gonna let this part play out for a while since we are just doing line nail art, but I'll jump back on once we get to the next part. I'm going to be doing a blooming gel technique to create an aura effect on this nail. So I'm simply just painting some blooming gel only on the area that I want the aura to be at. And then I'm going to be taking a dotting tool and putting a dot right in the center of the nail. And then I'm just going to smooth it around so that the aura can kind of fade out or aura out. I did let this spread for a minute before I cured it under my lamp. I've got a cute rhinestone butterfly charm that I want to add, so I'm just taking some rhinestone glue and applying it like so. And just to incorporate the same dots I did earlier, I'm just adding a few dots to this nail to make it look as if the butterfly is flying away. Now I'm top coating these nails. I use the Nailed by Naya No Wipe top coat. This is the perfect top coat if you're looking for a top coat that's really going to have your nails looking glossy. I promise she did not ask me to promote this. It's just, I just love it so much that I want you guys to get the best of the best. So this is definitely a really good one. As I mentioned earlier, I do have to shape these a little bit along the free edge since I trimmed them down. I didn't always file my nails directly after I did all of the nail art. I would usually do it right after I trimmed them down, but I learned from Slay by Val how to file and when to file, so super thankful that I watched her videos. For my favorite part, we're gonna apply some cuticle oil, but this just isn't any cuticle oil. This is my handmade cuticle oil in the scent Kiwi Strawberry. It smells so delicious and works wonders. You don't have to apply a lot and it doesn't leave any residue behind after you apply it. Definitely worth it if you can get some. You will not be disappointed. You can find the link to this cuticle oil in the description box, so please don't miss out on getting some. And this is how the nails look. Like I said, super easy, super beginner friendly. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think and if you like this style of nails. And here the nails are before I put them on. I just wanted to show you how they looked on the nail stand. But thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you next time.